This video is not done by a professional mechanic. This is a common man's experience in vehicle maintenance. It's intended to help you and entertain you at the same time. How to replace a steering stabilizer on a GM 3/4 ton solid front axle 4-wheel drive, or for that matter, any 4-wheel drive with a solid front axle. You have a steering stabilizer just like this. If it gets old and it doesn't work anymore or becomes loose, then you could get what's called Death Wobble. Typically, Death Wobble is associated with Jeeps. Jeeps have Death Wobble, which basically means exactly what it sounds like. Your front wheels and your steering wheel starts to wobble and you lose control of the vehicle. So here on our Suburban 3/4 ton solid front axle, here's our old steering stabilizer that's been on there since the 80s. Did its job, thank you, but now you need to go. So this is overall a pretty easy fix. It's just a matter of taking the old one off with 2 bolts and putting a new one on. So first you want to remove either the passenger side or the driver's side bolt that connects the stabilizer to your axle. You could do the other one first if you want to. The order in which you remove the bolt doesn't matter. You might need to get a crescent wrench and a socket wrench if your bolt is too long. And I would also recommend spraying them ahead of time with some anti-seize. Good old WD-40, which I did about an hour before I started this project. So, as you can see, they just come right off. It's just a simple flat washer, which, as you can see, is a little bit stuck. Take the old off. Flat washer, lock washer. There were 2 flat washers on mine. Lock washer. Take that old stuff off. Yeah, we see it. That's a nut. It's rusty. It's crappy. Get rid of it. Should just come right out. As you can see, thumb strength will do it. Got to be big on thumb strength if you're going to do work on your truck. And then do the same with the other one, which I've already loosened. Just take it off. Again, feel free to fast forward at any point. Same thing. Ooh, looks like our lock washer broke. Yeah, it's a nut again. And then just the bolt. Come right out. As far as ordering your new steering stabilizer, I don't even know what heckthorn is. I'm backing up, sorry. You just got to make sure that your ends, when you order a new shock, are the same. So I went to Bilstein USA, or BilsteinUS.com, which I'll list down in the description, and you can just put your year, make, and model in there and find the part number and order your shocks that way. I am a big stickler for fit and finish. Since you have the steering stabilizer off of there, I can't stand it when you guys out there have tons of rust underneath your truck, because it's so simple to not have that. Oh yeah, so just use a wire brush. Use a wire brush to clean off all the old paint and rust, but do not hit yourself in the forehead with the wire brush, as you previously saw. So after you wire brush all of it nice and clean, I had Z-barred on mine, I had rust, dirt, grime, so just put a degreaser on it first. As you can see, I hit the wire brush on it, and then just grab some flat black spray paint and just hit it with a couple coats. It's that simple. It literally will take you 20 minutes and it looks nice like that. Now, putting on the new steering stabilizer is simple. I went and got brand new stainless steel bolts, washers, and lock washers. I love stainless steel. It's strong and it doesn't rust and it looks friggin' awesome. So first, as you can see, I already had put in the bolt, washer, lock washer, and nut on the bracket that connects the steering stabilizer to the axle. And then I did the steering stabilizer as it connects to the tie rod adjusting tube. Now, just so you know, steering stabilizers aren't quite as crazy as shocks. They're not quite as pressurized, so they're a lot easier. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you got to grunt in your shock to compress it. Steering stabilizers are easy to compress. Yeah, stainless, we get it. I already said that. I love making fun of myself. So then once you just have your 2 bolts in, just tighten them up to spec. You can just tighten them up pretty tight. There's a bushing in there that will allow it to flex. So get your foot into it. Tighten it up. Get it right. Then you can just readjust the boot. I like mine to be nice and straight. If you can see there, your boot might rub against the tie rod adjusting tube. You can just put a spacer behind that bolt there, and then it won't rub. But there's the finished product. Brand new stainless bolts, brand new Bilstein steering 5100 series steering stabilizer. You say that. Bilstein US 5100 series steering stabilizer. Plus a nice new paint job on your front axle. See? Looks good, and it will make your steering much, much more stable, and you won't get death wobble. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you see fit.